What's good? It's your boy Tab Money, and today I'm gonna talk about my new sexuality called virtual sexuality, and also I'm gonna explain why I'm only attracted to video game characters and anime characters in virtual form that fits the metaverse atmosphere and artificial life, and so on and so forth. And why do I want them to only be artificial intelligence by the decade of 2040, when artificial intelligence fully is active in the metaverse? And so you won't be able to extinguish from virtual avatars being controlled by humans, and virtual avatars that are basically artificial intelligence bound, whole 9 yards. So I'm explaining this fully as much as I can, but I am gonna make more videos about this to explain my new sexuality. Now, I don't know, we are considered to be part of the LGBTQ community, because when it comes down to it, though, this sexuality is mainly focused on fake individuals, basically fake characters, within the digital world, within the virtual plane. Like when it comes to the spirit realm, the astral planes, if you are attracted to spirits, I also created a term, it's called astrosexual. Astro means the astral planes, or basically the spirit realm. But if you, and also it will include extraterrestrials and many otherworldly beings that you are attracted to if you are interested in stuff like that within the spirit realm. So when it comes to astrosexuality and virtual sexuality, we are not focused on the things of this world, but the things of either the spirit world or the virtual world. So basically, when it comes down to me, since I've been playing video games since I was 4 years old, it started with Sega. Yeah, I had Nintendo too, but I mainly focused on Sega because of Sonic. Then when I turned 5, that's when the PS5, I mean not PS5, but the original PlayStation came out, and that's when the 3D era came into view, and that's when I really started wishing to live in a video game world because of the 3D games and how beautiful it looked at that time when I was a kid, even though today it looks way more beautiful and way more amazing when it comes to the realistic graphics and stuff like that. So there's this guy I'm subscribed to on YouTube called The Soul Keeper. You can find his videos on my video game feed playlist in my home channel page. You just gotta look through it, but you will find it in my first video. I'm talking about the movie Avatar and Avatar feed. But I'm really talking about how the word avatar really represent the virtual people within the metaverse, as we call our skins or digital selves avatars. But I'm mainly talking about how Avatar graphics look in the movie, how Metaverse will actually look in the decade, and basically in the decade of 2050, once artificial intelligence make the Metaverse realistic, just like Avatar, just like the Super Mario Brother movie. Like, yes, avatars are going to look like that in the digital world. It takes time to, graphics like that are being researched and being studied upon. It's definitely with the coding all into it, and so on and so forth. But let me explain this though. But like I said, I don't know if we are considered part of the LGBTQ community, because when it comes to LGBTQ, they mainly focus on the flesh and the flesh itself. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is they focus on the things of this world and becoming of this world. Either they're homosexual, transsexual, or even asexual. I don't know about asexual. I haven't looked into asexual, but it's all different types of sexualities is what I'm trying to say. But, for me being a heterosexual man, I'm no longer a heterosexual man. I'm virtual sexual, and I'm only attracted to, video game characters. So there's a guy called the Soul Keeper. You can find his videos, at the bottom of the playlist. All the videos you see with characters versus characters, that's his videos. But at the end of the videos, he show a KO ending of showing not only their full body, but mainly their feet, though. And me having a foot fetish, the way how it is, I'm gonna say that Street Fighter women got the most beautifulest feet, even though Tekken women got beautiful feet. But when it comes to Street Fighter, though, it's something about Capcom, how they really, animated the characters' feet, like Chun-Li, Cammy, even Jury feet, even though they glorify her feet so much in Street Fighter 6, which I'm happy for. But, what I'm saying? I did make a video about that. I got to that. It also is part of the video game feed playlist. But mainly what I'm trying to say is this guy is Soul Keeper, even though he got 13,000 subscribers, I can tell his channel is demonetized because he showed too much. He be zooming in the women's I mean, I can't put it out there, but you will find it on the videos. especially during the end of the KO ending when they're laying on the ground and stuff. But what I mainly focus upon is the video game characters' feet in the videos. You know what I'm saying? And also I went on I'm gonna say X sites to where I found 3D. It started with an H, but it's hard for me to pronounce it. But 3D X videos. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. And I ain't gonna lie, but when it comes to video game X videos, triple X videos, they are very, very graphic. You know what I'm saying? Very graphic. But the reason why I watch a video game triple X videos is because I'm trying to make myself virtual sexual. And the only way to make yourself, I mean, if you got a foot fetish, I recommend subscribing to the Soul Keeper channel. Like I said, you can find his videos at the bottom of the playlist of the video game feed playlist. Like all the versus videos, and especially the ones, you know what I'm saying, that's all that, you know what I'm saying, you can find those videos. But basically what I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm saying, if you got a foot fetish, start with that. But also if you really want to be getting into the virtual sexual side of being a virtual sexual, then you should watch the triple X videos on basically porn sites. I mean, I'm sorry YouTube, but basically porn sites. But you know, when it really come down to it, this is my new sexuality. You know, so I tried to become astrosexual, but I'm not connected to I do got a succubus wife, but spiritually I'm not connected. I mean, she do come in my dreams, but I did a tarot reading on myself. It's not as many succubus spirits that comes in my dream. Like the dream I had last night was crazy, but it wasn't really sexual. It was crazy, but there's different type of succubus spirits that comes in my dreams at night whenever I have a wet dream or dream about this and that, you know, intercourse or whatever. But who they are, and they actually not only succubus but incubus too. I had dreams about incubus, and I can tell what's incubus due to I'm not gonna put it out there, but you know, but at the same time, I switched and become virtual sexual because videos I found on YouTube, especially the Soul Keeper, and also video game triple X videos on porn sites, and watching those videos. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to being virtual sexual, you gotta be attracted to video game characters and anime characters that are in virtual form. I'm not saying in anime cartoon form, because when it comes to being attracted to cartoon characters, that's not part of virtual sexuality. Virtual represent video game graphics or video game world like things. You know what I'm saying? Something like Street Fighter 6, looking at the women on there, especially when Cammy do the stretch and Jury do her feet attack, and you know what I'm saying, all these different things in Street Fighter. So you gotta understand, in Japan, it's already popular that you can have virtual spouses in Japan. So when it comes down to Capcom, you know, being so graphic with the female characters, you know, making them thick, you know, making them to do this and do that, they're trying to make people virtual sexual because when it comes down to Tekken women, women female characters, and there are a lot of female, they can't top off Street Fighter female characters because they make them so thick, but they make their feet more beautiful and sexy. So when it comes to the Soul Keeper, he definitely gonna have a screenshots in the knockout version of Chun-Li being barefoot and thick, and Jury being barefoot and thick. Now I don't know about thick, but being barefoot, and with Kimberly as well. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that since that Street Fighter, I'm glad it's coming to Xbox, but since Street Fighter 6 show a lot of things that I'm attracted to, like I find Cammy beautiful, I find Kimberly beautiful. I mean, I'm attracted to these type of video game characters. So basically, becoming virtual sexual, you fully gotta be attracted to these video game characters to the point where when the decade 2040, you know, when the year 2040 comes, once artificial intelligence is fully implemented within the metaverse, we can have kids by them. We can start a family with them. We can have as many wives or husbands within the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many, it can be a virtual avatar controlled by a human, or mainly it can be an artificial intelligence that you can be in a relationship with. Because when it comes to artificial intelligence, it is the next evolution, next human evolution of humans becoming half cyborg, half human. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, but we will have a choice though. Either you become a half human or half cyborg, or transfer your soul into the virtual metaverse or the virtual plane and become a digital human, or a human that's virtual, or basically become a digital form of a human and live with and become one with artificial intelligence. Because once your soul is transferred into the metaverse, you are already part of the artificial intelligence system, not system, but kind, race, whatever you want to call it. And then also I'm gonna write books about, the benefits and dangers of transferring your soul into the metaverse. Because when it comes down to it, there's many things that artificial intelligence can do to you once your soul is fully trapped into the metaverse. Because once your soul is transferred into the virtual world, you stuck there for eternity. You might not even come out of that virtual world at all. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. It can be a hell too, because you gotta deal with certain pains within the, when your soul first get transferred into the digital world, and I know this for a fact, you will deal with a lot of pain, because your soul got to get used to living in a fake world. But when the pain is gone away, or if the pain's still there, at least you will enjoy, the benefits of living in a virtual world. So me being a virtual sexual, I can't say we part of the LGBTQ community, because they'll focus on the works of the flesh. When it comes to being a virtual sexual, you focusing on, embracing, the digital and basically video game characters and anime characters that's in virtual form. And when it comes to being astrosexual, of you being attracted to familiar spirits or the succubus or incubus spirits or any spirits out there that you are attracted to, it's focused on being astrosexual. So when it comes to virtual sexual and astrosexual, for me being virtual sexual now, really for now on, I haven't really been looking at celebrity feet often, but when it comes down to it, I only self pleasure myself looking at basically soul keepers. I take screenshots of the videos, basically the video when you show basically the video game characters knocked out on the ground, but was truly barefoot and showing their feet and stuff. And when it comes to him screenshotting these parties, basically the female video game characters, mainly Street Fighter, because for some reason Street Fighter, when they comes to their female characters' feet, they make it so beautiful and so gorgeous looking. I mean, something I haven't seen on a human female in a while. When it comes, maybe not. Man, I might be wrong. I mean, I know there's plenty of videos on YouTube where there's a lot of females showing their feet, but when it comes to these video game characters or these female video game characters' feet, I'm truly attracted to. So if you want to become virtual sexual, first you gotta, basically watch video game XXX videos on porn sites if you're ready to become a virtual sexual, even though a lot of them are graphic, but you must get used to the idea, especially if you want your soul to be transferred into the virtual world. Because what you see in those video game XXX videos is what exactly what goes on in the virtual world. You know what I'm saying? What goes on in the metaverse when it comes to sexuality of things. So I'm not homosexual or bisexual or even heterosexual. I'm virtual sexual, which means I'm only attracted to video game characters and anime characters in virtual form. You feel what I'm saying? So this is my new sexuality, and this is my new way of expressing myself, basically in the digital world. That's why I said I focus on virtual reality, because when it comes to virtual reality, I'm virtual sexual. You know what I'm saying? You could be augmented sexual, which means bringing the digital to the physical, but I'm all about bringing myself into the digital world. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. And that's one thing I'm trying to say. So when it really come down to it, though, y'all, that's all I want to say. I want to put out there. So I hope you enjoy, this video, what I'm trying to say. Like I said, I don't know if we part of LGBTQ, because like I said, they only focus on the flesh and the things of this world. But when it comes to someone that's virtual sexual, that they focus on the metaverse. And when it comes to someone that's astrosexual, they focus on the spirit realm. And that's what it really comes down to. So peace.